After age 60, testosterone levels in men naturally begin to decline. That's part of the aging process. But what most men don't realize is that certain foods, even seemingly healthy vegetables, can accelerate that decline dramatically. These aren't processed junk foods or sugary snacks. I'm talking about vegetables that are often promoted as good for you, but in reality can throw your hormones out of balance and lower your testosterone faster than nature intended. And when testosterone drops too far, the effects are not subtle. You feel it in your muscles, in your energy, in your mood, in your confidence, and even in your ability to focus. Over time, it can erode the very foundation of your health and vitality. Now, I'm not talking about a one-time salad here or there. I'm talking about regular, consistent consumption. Eating these vegetables in significant amounts week after week, month after month, is what creates the hormonal shifts that can leave you weaker, more tired, and less resilient. And for men over 60, the hormonal system is far more sensitive to these shifts than it was in your 30s or 40s. Your body simply doesn't recover from dietary stressors the same way. That's why the right choices can make such a huge difference, and the wrong choices can undo months of effort in the gym, in your diet, and in your overall lifestyle. Before we dive into the list of testosterone-killing vegetables, I need to make this clear. I'm not here to diagnose or treat any medical condition. For that, you need to work with your doctor and get proper testing. What I'm sharing with you today is educational information backed by research and clinical observation that will help you make smarter food choices to protect your hormones and keep your testosterone working for you, not against you. Testosterone is not just the muscle hormone. It's the hormone that keeps your bones strong, your metabolism active, your brain sharp, and your drive, in every sense of the word, alive. It influences your ability to recover from workouts, your tolerance for stress, and your overall sense of well-being. And yes, it affects muscle mass and strength, but it's also a major player in your cardiovascular health, your energy production, and your immune function. In short, testosterone is a cornerstone of male health, and the lower it gets, the harder it is to maintain the quality of life you want as you age. For men in their 20s and 30s, testosterone production is robust and resilient. You can get away with more dietary mistakes because your body has the hormonal cushion to handle them. But after 60, that cushion is thinner. Natural testosterone production is already lower. The pituitary gonadal axis, the communication system between your brain and your testes, is less responsive, and your body's ability to maintain optimal hormone balance depends much more on your daily habits. That includes the vegetables you eat. So how exactly can vegetables lower testosterone? There are three main ways. First, some contain compounds that mimic estrogen in the body. These are called phytoestrogens. While plant-based, these molecules can bind to estrogen receptors, shifting your hormonal balance toward estrogen dominance. The more your estrogen receptors are occupied, the more your body downregulates testosterone production. Second, certain vegetables contain compounds that interfere with thyroid function. These are known as goitrogens. Your thyroid plays a key role in regulating metabolism, and a sluggish thyroid can indirectly lower testosterone levels by slowing down the overall hormonal rhythm of your body. Third, some vegetables can influence the enzyme aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. Higher aromatase activity means more testosterone is lost to estrogen conversion, leaving you with less of the hormone you need. This is not just theory. You can see it play out in symptoms. Men with lower testosterone often report gradual muscle loss, more belly fat, slower recovery after exercise, low energy in the afternoon, decreased mental clarity, and a drop in motivation. Libido can decline, sleep can become more disrupted, and mood can shift toward irritability or apathy. The frustrating thing is that many men chalk these changes up to just getting older, when in reality, some of it is being driven by the foods they're eating every day, foods they may have been told are healthy. And here's the thing, your hormonal environment determines whether your body is in a building state or a breaking down state. Higher, healthy testosterone supports an anabolic state, building muscle, repairing tissues, producing energy efficiently. Lower testosterone shifts you toward a catabolic state, breaking down muscle, storing more fat, and recovering more slowly. The vegetables I'll share with you in the next section are ones that push that hormonal balance in the wrong direction for men over 60. If you understand how valuable testosterone is for maintaining your strength, independence, and vitality as you age, then you can see why protecting it should be a priority. You can be doing all the right things, exercising regularly, managing stress, getting good sleep. But if you're unknowingly eating foods that chip away at your testosterone every day, you're working against yourself. In the next part, I'm going to name the 3 specific vegetables that have the biggest impact on lowering testosterone in men over 60, explain why they cause problems, and what's going on in your body when you eat them. But before we do that, I want you to remember this. The solution isn't just about removing the bad, it's about replacing them with foods that actively support your testosterone production, protect your energy, and keep you feeling sharp and strong. Once you know what to avoid and what to eat instead, you can give your body the hormonal environment it needs to thrive well past your 60s. The first vegetable men over 60 should avoid if they want to protect testosterone is soy-based sprouts and edamame. These might look harmless. After all, they're often promoted as high-protein plant foods, but they're loaded with phytoestrogens. These are plant compounds that mimic estrogen in your body. They can bind to the same receptors that your natural estrogen does, shifting your hormonal balance away from testosterone. In younger men with high baseline testosterone, this may not have much of an effect. But for men over 60, where testosterone is already lower and estrogen levels can naturally creep up, adding extra estrogen-like compounds is like pouring fuel on the wrong fire. Over time, this can mean less strength, slower recovery, and lower drive. The second one is raw kale, especially when consumed daily in large amounts, for example, in green smoothies or big raw salads. Kale contains goitrogens, natural compounds that interfere with the thyroid's ability to absorb iodine. When your thyroid slows down, your metabolism slows down, and so does testosterone production. This connection is often overlooked. But your thyroid hormones and testosterone work in a coordinated rhythm. If one is low, the other tends to follow. Cooking kale lightly, steaming or sautéing, reduces the goitrogens significantly, but for men already dealing with borderline thyroid or low energy, daily raw kale can be quietly undermining your hormone balance. The third is mint, and this includes peppermint and spearmint leaves, especially when consumed in high amounts as tea, garnish, or herbal infusions. Studies have shown that mint can lower testosterone levels in men, likely through a combination of increased aromatase activity and direct effects on hormone regulation. Aromatase is the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. If aromatase activity goes up, you lose more testosterone to estrogen conversion, not the direction you want to go, especially after 60. While occasional mint in small amounts is unlikely to cause major harm, making it a daily habit can tip the hormonal scales against you. Now let's break down exactly why these vegetables cause problems. With soy-based sprouts and edamame, the main issue is the phytoestrogens, specifically isoflavones. These compounds are structurally similar to estrogen, so they can bind to estrogen receptors. When that happens, your body senses more estrogen activity and responds by dialing down testosterone production. In addition, phytoestrogens can raise sex hormone binding globulin, SHBG, a protein that binds testosterone in the blood, making it inactive. Even if your total testosterone level is okay, your free active testosterone, the kind your body can actually use, drops. With raw kale, the problem comes from goitrogens like thiocyanates. Your thyroid needs iodine to make T4 and T3, the hormones that regulate metabolism. When goitrogens block iodine uptake, your thyroid output slows. Low thyroid hormone reduces your body's ability to produce luteinizing hormone, LH, the signal from your pituitary that tells your testes to make testosterone. So the impact is indirect but very real. This is why men with hypothyroidism often also have low testosterone, and why protecting thyroid function is critical for hormone health. With mint, the mechanism is slightly different. Some research suggests that compounds in mint can reduce luteinizing hormone levels and increase aromatase activity, which accelerates the conversion of testosterone into estrogen. It's a double hit, less testosterone being produced and more of the testosterone you do have being converted away. For men over 60, where aromatase activity is often already higher due to increased body fat and hormonal shifts, mint can be just enough to push the balance further in the wrong direction. Here's the big takeaway. These vegetables aren't toxic and they won't ruin your hormones overnight. But for men over 60, eating them consistently can create a subtle but steady downward pull on your testosterone levels. Over months and years, that adds up to noticeable changes in muscle mass, energy, mood, and overall vitality. The good news is, once you know what's causing the problem, you can replace these foods with options that support your testosterone rather than suppress it. The first vegetable I recommend adding to your daily diet if you want to protect and even boost testosterone after 60 is spinach. Spinach is rich in magnesium and zinc, two minerals directly linked to higher testosterone levels. Magnesium helps lower sex hormone binding globulin SHBG, freeing up more testosterone for your body to use. Zinc is a building block for testosterone production itself, and the deficiency can tank your levels quickly. Spinach also contains plant-based nitrates that improve blood flow, which can enhance both physical performance and vitality. Lightly steaming spinach reduces oxalates, making those minerals easier to absorb without destroying the delicate vitamins inside. The second is broccoli. Broccoli contains a powerful compound called indole-3-carbinol, I3C, which helps your liver metabolize excess estrogen. Remember, testosterone and estrogen are always in balance. If estrogen creeps too high, testosterone goes down. By helping clear out excess estrogen, broccoli keeps the hormonal balance tipped in your favor. Broccoli is also high in vitamin C and sulforaphane, both of which reduce inflammation and protect the cells that produce testosterone from oxidative stress. Steaming broccoli until just tender preserves these compounds and keeps it easy to digest. The third is asparagus. Asparagus is high in vitamin B6, folate, and potassium, all important for hormonal balance, nerve function, and energy production. B6 in particular is involved in the production of androgens like testosterone, while potassium supports muscle contraction and recovery. Asparagus also acts as a natural diuretic, helping reduce water retention and keeping you feeling lighter and more agile. Grilling or steaming asparagus with a small amount of healthy fat can make these nutrients more bioavailable and improve flavor at the same time. Now let's talk about nutrient synergy, because eating testosterone-friendly vegetables the right way can double their benefits. First, you need healthy fats. Testosterone is made from cholesterol, and without enough good fats in your diet, your body struggles to make hormones. Drizzling olive oil over spinach, adding grass-fed butter to broccoli, or tossing asparagus in avocado oil before roasting doesn't just make them taste better. It helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, E, and K, all of which support hormone production. Second, avoid pairing these vegetables with high amounts of refined carbs or sugar. Spikes in insulin from sugary foods can lower testosterone by increasing aromatase activity, which converts testosterone into estrogen. Instead, pair them with moderate protein like eggs, grass-fed beef, or wild-caught fish to create a balanced, hormone-supportive meal. Third, preparation matters. Light steaming, gentle sautéing, or quick roasting is ideal. Overcooking can destroy delicate vitamins and phytochemicals, while undercooking, especially in the case of cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, can leave too many goitrogens intact. Aim for a tender, crisp texture, soft enough to chew easily but still vibrant in color. Finally, consider combining these vegetables for maximum effect. A plate with spinach, broccoli, and asparagus in the same meal delivers magnesium, zinc, I3C, vitamin C, B6, and potassium all at once. A powerhouse combination for supporting testosterone, improving circulation, and reducing inflammation. Eating them consistently is where the real magic happens. Testosterone thrives on routine. When your body knows it's getting these nutrients regularly, it can maintain higher levels more effectively. Making these changes isn't complicated. In fact, the simplest way to start is by making direct swaps. If soy-based sprouts or edamame are part of your meals, replace them with spinach. This single change removes the phytoestrogens that mimic estrogen and adds magnesium and zinc to boost your testosterone production. If raw kale smoothies or salads are part of your daily habit, replace them with lightly steamed broccoli. You'll avoid the goitrogens that can slow your thyroid while giving your body compounds that help lower excess estrogen. And if mint-heavy teas or dishes are something you consume regularly, swap them for asparagus. You'll remove a food that can increase aromatase activity and replace it with one that supports hormone production and recovery. The best approach is to make one change per week. Week 1, swap soy-based sprouts or edamame for spinach in at least one meal a day. Week 2, swap raw kale for steamed broccoli. Week 3, replace daily mint-heavy drinks or garnishes with asparagus. This gradual change gives your hormones time to respond, your digestion time to adjust, and your taste buds time to adapt. By the end of 3 weeks, you'll have transformed your meals into testosterone-friendly fuel without feeling like you restricted yourself. These swaps are not just about avoiding the bad, they're about feeding your body the good day after day so it can produce the hormones you need to feel strong, focused, and alive. Over time, you may notice subtle changes that add up to something big. Better morning energy, more motivation to move, improved muscle tone, sharper thinking, and a more stable mood. This isn't wishful thinking, it's the natural result of removing foods that suppress testosterone and replacing them with ones that support it. The reality is, testosterone is one of the most powerful markers of health in men over 60. It influences how you look, how you feel, how you think, and how you age. You can't stop the natural decline that comes with time, but you can control the pace. Every meal is either working with your hormones or against them. These swaps make sure your plate is always working for you. So here's my challenge to you. Start today. Pick one swap from the list and put it into action at your very next meal. Do it consistently, notice how you feel, and then add the next swap. Keep going until all 3 are part of your regular diet. The sooner you make these changes, the sooner your body can start rebuilding its hormonal edge. Aging is inevitable, but losing your strength, energy, and drive doesn't have to be. Protect your testosterone and you protect your vitality. The choice is on your plate. Every single day,